worry about what other people will say? I always ask this question. I ask the question on Twitter and on Instagram, and I ask people, what are your fears about starting on YouTube? What do you want to know? And the number one complaint is always, I'm worried about what my friends and family will think. I've been running a course called the Part-Time YouTuber Academy, where we have people who are sort of aged from 18 up to like 55. And basically everyone in that age range also worries about what their friends and family will think. But you know what? The thing that everyone realizes is that once you've uploaded your first video, all of that fear kind of goes away, because you realize that no one gives a shit. Like, no one actually cares whether you're uploading videos to YouTube. You might think it's like the biggest deal in the world. Oh my god, what is my mum going to say? What are my cousins going to say? What are my friends in university going to say? But no one actually cares. Everyone is just so worried about their own lives that the fact that I'm doing YouTube, no one cares. The fact that you're going to start a YouTube channel talking about whatever you want, no one cares. And we just need to get that into our heads. And this is such a common fear, and we all have it. And it's just the first thing you have to get over. Basically, no one cares. Stop deluding yourself into thinking that people are thinking about you, because everyone is just worried about themselves. They're worried about how they are appearing to other people. There's this thing in psychology called the spotlight effect, which is that we all walk through life thinking that there is a spotlight trained on us, and just not realizing that everyone else is absorbed in their own life, and we are only the heroes of our own story, and we are supporting cast in everyone else's story, if they're even thinking about us at all. So start your YouTube channel. Do not worry about what people will think. 99% of the fear is in just before you publish your first video. But I promise you, as soon as you hit publish on that video, 99% of the fear will disappear, and you will stop worrying what people think. Then at point number 9, we have gear doesn't matter at the start. Gear does matter in the long run, but at the start, gear does not matter at all. When I started my YouTube channel, I started filming on my iPhone. I did not have any microphone attached to it. I literally just got the camera, lay in bed, pointed at myself and said, hey guys, I'm thinking I'm going to start some kind of vlog. I knew absolutely nothing about editing. I just followed free YouTube tutorials about how to edit videos, and that's what you have to do when you're getting started. It's like, if you're starting learning how to write, it doesn't matter what pen you're using, as long as you're writing something. If you're getting started learning how to draw, it does not matter what pencil and what paper you're using. That's all a distraction. What you need to do is just pick up any old pencil you've got lying, or pen that you've got lying around the house, any old piece of paper or scrap paper, and just start learning from day one. It's the same thing with YouTube, really. If you're watching this, you have a device which is capable of recording video. You have your phone. If you want to get started on YouTube, screw the gear. Don't think, oh, I need to wait to upgrade to a fancy-ass camera before I'm allowed to get started on YouTube. Start with whatever you have. Start with your phone, and you can always upgrade later. And in fact, over there is a video where I talk about exactly how to start filming videos with just your iPhone. And it looks pretty reasonable. If you do want to upgrade something, then upgrade your audio quality firstly, because people will sit through a bad video quality, but no one will sit through bad audio quality, so that's the first thing to upgrade. And if you want to learn more about exactly which gear to upgrade and like a shopping list for gear at different levels, you should definitely sign up to my Part-Time YouTuber free 7-day email course. This is totally free. You just enter your email address, and then every day I will email you with a long-ass article which contains lots of tips about getting started on YouTube, and one of those in the 7-day course is about exactly what gear you need to upgrade and in which order, and I give you different levels for gear at different budget levels. So again, that'll be linked in the video description if you want to check it out. Again, totally free, just 7 days of emails from me where I give you my top tips on getting started on YouTube as a beginner. Point number 8, we have don't worry about the numbers. Once you've started on YouTube, this is a mistake everyone makes, is that you way too focused on the analytics. But at the start, like, it doesn't really matter. The only thing you have to do is just keep on producing more and more and more videos, and not really worry about the fact that no one is watching them and that you're not getting very many subscribers. If you look at the stats, according to TubeBuddy, the average channel with 1,000 to 10,000 subscribers has made 152 videos. So, until you've made 152 videos, you do not have the right to complain that you're not growing on YouTube. You have to make 152 videos first, and then we can think about how to tweak your growth prospects on YouTube. For me, it took me 52 videos and 6 months to hit 1,000 subscribers. That was making 2 videos a week, 6 months in a row, while I was a full-time medical student at Cambridge, while preparing for my final year medical student exams. 2 videos a week, 6 months, and then I hit 1,000 subscribers. And so at the very least, if you've made anything less than 52 videos, then don't worry about your subscriber count. You can always email me for advice, or sign up to my YouTube and Part-Time YouTuber mailing list and reply to emails and that. You can always email me for advice further down the line, but I can't give you any advice until you've made at least 52 videos. That's just how it works. Alright, point number 7 is this idea of stacking the deck in your favor. So we've established that you're going to start your channel and you're just going to do it and not care about what people think. But to succeed on YouTube, you want to think in terms of stacking the deck. How do you take the deck, and how do you stack it in your favor? Now, the extent to which you should stack the deck depends on how you're thinking about YouTube. If you're thinking about YouTube purely as a hobby, where you don't actually care about the numbers and you're thinking, oh, it would be nice to make money from this further down the line, but it's not my primary aim right now, then that's great. You don't need to worry about stacking the deck in your favor. But If, like a lot of students in our course, the Part-Time YouTuber Academy, you're thinking of YouTube more as a business opportunity, so the more business, entrepreneurial, people-minded end of the spectrum, you then want to think about, how do I stack the deck to try and grow on YouTube, or to try and to achieve my goals for YouTube, as effectively as possible. And there's broadly two ways of stacking the deck. You can stack the deck in terms of time, or you can stack the deck in terms of money. How do you stack the deck in terms of time? Well, it involves putting in the time to learn how to get better on camera, which happens over time as you make more and more videos. It involves putting in the time to get better at editing videos. Again, it happens as you just produce more and more videos. I've got a friend called James Johnny who has grown from 0 to 500,000 plus subscribers on YouTube by making like 10 or 12 videos or something stupid like that, because he spends hundreds of hours editing each one to make it, craft it into a perfect Netflix documentary style video. He is stacking the deck in his favor by spending large amounts of time, hundreds and hundreds of hours, writing, scripting, and editing his videos. The other way of stacking the deck in your favor is by using money. Now, we're not going to talk about this because this is a more advanced point, but for example, you can invest in gear, and number two, you can invest in hiring your own team, which is now what I've done. And actually, a lot of people don't realize that you can outsource video editing for quite cheaply very early on. And so especially if you have a job where your time is worth, let's say, more than $10 an hour, you can easily outsource video editing to someone who you're paying less than $10 an hour to, if you want, as a way of stacking the deck in your favor by using money. Again, that's a bit of an advanced point. We'll talk about that more in my Part-Time YouTuber free email course, so sign up in the video description if you want to check that out. But yeah, that's kind of how I think about it. Like, there are no guaranteed formulae to success on YouTube, but really it's all about stacking the deck in your favor in whatever way you can, depending on what your goals for YouTube are. Are you a hobbyist or are you an entrepreneur business person? I'm somewhere in the middle, leaning kind of towards the business side, so I do whatever I can to stack the deck in my favor. Point number 6, use your unfair advantages. Now, I've got a secret